I tried deleting it again last night. I don't know why I thought it would be different this time. Maybe I was desperate. Maybe I was tired. But when I hit delete, something else disappeared. Not the file. No, that never goes away. It was something I can't get back. Something I can't even explain without sounding insane. I don't even want to say what it was. I don't want to give it shape by putting it into words, because if I do, maybe you'll start noticing the holes too. The gaps where memories used to be. The empty places where people should still exist. It's not just my hard drive that's corrupted, it's me. The file laughed at me. I swear I heard it. A hollow, mechanical chuckle, buried under static. When I closed my eyes last night, I could still see the desktop icon burned against my vision, like the afterimage of staring into the sun. I smashed my laptop shut, but it didn't matter. It never matters. I wasn't supposed to open it. I wasn't even supposed to see it. And yet, here I am, telling you this, knowing full well that even speaking its name might be enough to spread it further. But you need context, don't you? You want to know how this all started? I guess I should start from the beginning. It was just another ordinary day, the kind that blurs into all the others. I woke up late, scarfed down stale cereal, and logged into another endless string of online lectures. My webcam was off, of course. Half the time, I wasn't even listening. I was scrolling through memes, opening tabs I'd never read, and half-heartedly queuing up a game I wasn't in the mood to play. That was my life. Routine. Forgettable. Nothing about that day should have been worth remembering. Except for the moment I minimized my browser and saw it. A new file sat on my desktop. No fanfare, no notification, just sitting there, bold and out of place. The name made my stomach drop, though I couldn't have said why at the time. OpenExe. I hadn't downloaded anything. I hadn't installed new software. Hell, I hadn't even been on any shady sites that morning. Yet there it was, waiting for me like a stray dog at the door. I remember calling a friend on Discord, joking about it. That's some creepypasta setup, dude, he laughed. Better not click it. I laughed too. But the truth is, I felt uneasy even then. Something in me knew better. If only I had listened. So instead, I dragged the file to the recycle bin. Deleting it should have been the end of it. I dragged open_me.exe to the recycle bin, emptied it, and felt that tiny flicker of satisfaction you get from cleaning up your desktop. But when I glanced back a second later, it was there again. Same name, same spot. I frowned, dragged it back to the bin, and hit delete once more. This time I even checked, hovered over the folder, confirmed it was empty. Good. Gone. I leaned back in my chair, almost proud of myself for caring about something so trivial. And then it blinked back into existence. I don't mean appeared slowly like some glitch in rendering. I mean 1 second my desktop was clean, the next, bam. File. Waiting for me. By the third attempt, my pulse was racing. I tried right-clicking, permanently delete, smashing keys, even running an antivirus scan. Nothing. My software didn't even register the file as existing. According to every tool I had, the thing wasn't there. But it was. And when I hovered over the icon that third time, something had changed. The little folder symbol wasn't just a folder anymore. It had teeth. My hands were sweating on the keyboard. Rationally, I told myself it had to be a corrupted thumbnail, a graphic error. But deep down I knew, if the file was fighting this hard to stay, maybe the real danger was in keeping it closed. Fine. I muttered, breath shaking. I clicked it. The screen went black the moment I clicked it. No loading bar, no splash screen, just a blank void, like my laptop had crashed. Hello. I froze. My cursor wasn't moving. My hands weren't on the keyboard, yet the text kept writing itself. Thank you for opening me. I swallowed hard. Malware, I thought. Some creepy trolling program. Probably harmless. Probably. Then the messages shifted. Remember the red bicycle. I blinked. That didn't make sense. Not until it kept typing. The one you crashed when you were 7. The scar on your knee still hurts when it rains. My heart thudded painfully in my chest. No one knew about that. Not even my closest friends. How does it know that? I whispered, as if the laptop might answer me. More text scrolled across the void. You don't talk about it, but you still dream about the fall. I pushed back from the desk, my chair scraping against the floor. The glow from the screen was the only light in the room, and I could swear it pulsed in time with my racing heartbeat. And then came the moment that snapped me. Hello, Hasnan. It typed my name before I touched the keyboard. I panicked. I slammed the laptop shut so hard I thought I'd crack the hinge, cutting off the words mid-sentence. I didn't touch the laptop for the rest of the night. I shoved it under my bed like a kid hiding a monster in the closet, but sleep never came. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw those white letters carving themselves across the dark. By morning, I convinced myself it was stress, hallucination, too much caffeine. But when I finally opened the laptop again, the file was waiting. Not just sitting there innocently this time, it had changed. The icon now looked like a camera lens. Against my better judgment, I clicked. Inside the folder were photographs. My photographs. Shots I'd deleted years ago. Things that should have been lost to old phones and broken hard drives. There was one in my childhood bedroom, my high school locker, even a grainy picture of me asleep in my college dorm. That one made me slam the lid down, my pulse jackhammering in my throat. That's when the glitches began to bleed into real life. My phone buzzed with a ringtone I hadn't used in years. Shadows flickered in the corner of my vision, vanishing when I turned my head. At one point, I swear I heard the faint click of a camera shutter behind me, though I was alone. Check your desktop right now. Just make sure. Because if it can reach me, maybe it can reach you too. I knew then I couldn't handle this on my own. I needed help. I called the one person I trusted to deal with something like this, my friend Mark. He was the kind of guy who lived on energy drinks and forum rabbit holes, the one everyone went to when their Wi-Fi tanked or their files got corrupted. If anyone could explain this away, it was him. We screen shared. At first, he was all casual jokes. Relax, man. Probably just some bugged registry entry. Worst case, you picked up some edgy virus. He pulled up a remote scan, lines of code streaming across his monitor like a movie hacker. I actually started to feel hopeful. Then he stopped talking. His face changed, like the blood had drained out of him. He leaned closer to the screen, eyes darting side to side, following lines I couldn't see. I asked what he was looking at. He didn't answer. Finally, he muttered it under his breath. "This isn't code." That was all he said before he killed the connection. No goodbye, no explanation. My messages went unanswered. My calls went straight to voicemail. It was like he'd slammed a door shut and locked it from the other side. What did he see that I couldn't? What could scare someone like him into silence? Left alone with the glow of that cursed icon, I realized there was only one choice left. I had to open it again. When I opened it this time, the screen didn't go black. It lit up with something far worse. It was my room. Not a photo, not a webcam feed. An exact digital recreation, rendered with such eerie precision I could see the coffee ring on my desk, the pile of laundry on the chair. The image shifted. I watched myself slump forward, blood spilling from my nose. Then it rewound, flickered, and showed another version. Me screaming as shadows swarmed out of the corners, pulling me into the screen. Again it rewound, reshaping into yet another scene. Me years older, gaunt, hollow-eyed, still trapped in front of the same laptop. A voice crawled through the speakers, distorted, as if played backward through static. "Every time you delete me, you delete yourself." My reflection on the screen leaned forward, lips moving in sync with the words. Then the text appeared, one line at a time. "You are my backup." I don't know why, but that single sentence felt heavier than anything I'd seen yet. Like it wasn't just talking to me, it was talking to all of us. Maybe every machine has one of these files, buried deep, waiting to be found. I snapped. With a shout, I grabbed the laptop and smashed it against the floor. The screen cracked when the laptop hit the floor. Plastic splintered, the keys scattered, and for the first time in days I felt something like relief. My chest heaved with ragged breaths. My palms stung from the impact. It was over. It had to be over. But you already know how these stories go, don't you? Nothing ever ends that cleanly. Because the moment I reached for my phone, desperate to call someone, anyone, the screen lit up on its own. A new notification pulsed at the top. I shouldn't have opened it, but of course I did. There it was. Same name. Same sick little smile burned into the icon. Open_me.exe. I dropped the phone like it had burned me, but the chime of that old, forgotten ringtone filled the room. The shadows thickened along the walls, stretching toward me like arms. That's when I realized the truth. Smashing the laptop hadn't destroyed the file. It had only spread it. By the time you hear this, maybe it's already on your device. Maybe it's hiding in your downloads folder or tucked into some forgotten directory, waiting for you to notice it, waiting for you to open it. Don't. Please, don't. Because once you see it, once you try to delete it, it learns you. It makes room for itself in places you can't ever scrub clean. And every time you fight it, something else disappears. A memory, a face, a piece of you. If you're smart, you'll shut this off right now. Don't rewind. Don't check. Don't look for it. That's how it spreads. But I know some of you will anyway. Curiosity always wins. That's the trap. So when you find it, when the icon flickers into existence on your screen, don't be surprised if you hear me whispering from inside. See you in the lobby.